So we're moving on with our teleportation using our Unity VR lesson. And in this case, we're going to put a few rugs in, change the access, and then go ahead and teleport around some. Using the simulator, if you don't have a headset, I realize it's a little bit exasperating. It's something they made so you can still experience VR, but of course these are all mainly made for the headsets. But let's see what we can get going. First of all, if you have your gizmos on, this one right here, sort of zoom out some. Yeah, I don't like these. Yeah, I really don't like them at all, showing the lights and the camera. So the gizmos is right there, and I turn it off. It's up to you, but to me, the gizmos are most exasperating. So I put in, let me move this up some, a couple rugs. So I went to my course library, prefabs, and rugs. And I believe this is the one I dragged into my scene. And this is the first one I dragged in. So let's go ahead and set this one up, and then when we duplicate it, it's all going to have what we want. Notice it's a prefab. So once we click on this thing, you're going to be using a prefab. So that means when you change one object, if it's in a group of prefabs, it changes them all. So that's what for making bullets or something like that. You want to make sure you make a prefab because then you can instantiate hundreds of them with only creating one. So we're going to go ahead and since it is a prefab, we're going to open it up, which is right here. And I guess it is open. Oh, I'm sorry. So let's open it. And we're going to add, sort of jump a little bit ahead, but we're going to go ahead and add the teleportation anchor to the prefab so that when we duplicate the other ones, they all work. We don't have to go back and do it afterwards. So you're going to go into your add components, and you can type in anchor if you want. And there's teleportation. We're just going to use this one, teleportation anchor, not the one with fade. Let me get rid of the caps here. So, and you're going to click on it and add it. And the only thing we're going to change is the match orientation. So you're going to go down in here and you're going to choose, instead of world space up or target space up and forward. We want that mat to be facing into the room. Okay, so now when we duplicate this one, it's all going to have this with it already. So to get back from your prefab, oh, one thing here. I have autosave on here. So if you don't have autosave on, you're going to have to click save. If you have autosave on, then of course you don't have to do that. And let's go back to our game, which is just going up here and the arrow and getting out of the prefab. So we're going to duplicate this. Right click and duplicate, or I think it's Control D or Command D. And so what we also want to do is want to make sure this is local access. So you're going to come up here before we duplicate it and make sure we're on local because we want to be able to control the way this thing faces. Now you're going to take it and rotate it so that it faces into the room, and we're going to use this command right here. You could also type it if you wanted to. I'm going to change mine just a little bit. So when I look at it, when I look through the arrow keys, I want it to face in. Okay, so when you duplicate it, it's going to make one that's right inside here. I'll duplicate this one, then I'm going to delete it. Right click, duplicate, And I want to make sure I'm moving the sixth one, not the one I just duplicated. So make sure you're not moving the original one, which I did when I was doing mine. So make sure you're moving the one you just duplicated. And then just move it where you want to. So I'm going to delete that. Okay, so you're going to duplicate this one. Move it in where you want to. I moved my second one, I think, here. And you're going to then rotate it again, making sure we're in the local axis, and get it so it's facing forward. So when we teleport to it, it's facing forward. And then you can go back here and duplicate, or that one and duplicate, and you're going to drag one there. And you're going to fill the room. So, and make sure when you click on them, they're facing inward. And maybe I'll rotate this one a little bit more. So we're just going to rotate it. And then go back to the arrow key. That's facing in, forward, in, forward. Yep. Okay, so these should all have the teleportation anchor on there, and they all should be ready to start teleporting. Let's do one thing. We really need to keep this thing clean, and we're going to cover that, and we may do this for more of these in a minute. But these are all my mats, and so rather than have them sitting all over the place, I'm going to right click, create empty. I'm going to name that mats. I'm then going to click on this first one, shift, this one, let go, and I'm going to drag them into mats. And now look how clean we have it. That's what we want. And we need to clean this up too, but we'll clean this up next time. So we want to make sure we don't have a bunch of stuff sitting here inside our hierarchy. All right, so I'm still a little nervous about this simulator. So we're saving a lot of scenes. So I save this one as soon as I do something, since we're simulator, to me bothers me. As soon as I did something, I came here and got my scene. You can see I have a bunch of scenes in here. You can never have too many. And I call mine WASD mats because the previous scene, even though I had the WASD, that wasn't working. So click on this one. I'll save it again. Yes. So as soon as you're trying something, make sure you save a new scene. So if I hit play using the simulator, I can move. Still moving, good. I can hold down shift and move this one here. Let's move it around a little bit. And then go here. So there I am on my one of my rugs. I'm going to keep holding down shift and hit D. So I teleported over to this one, and I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to these yet, but we'll find that out. So now I'm holding down space using my right controller. I keep holding space and hit D. I'm rolling my mouse, just moving my mouse, holding down the spacebar again and hit D. Yeah, I'm outside my room, so I'm going to have to do something with that, so I have to figure that out a little bit. But let's come back inside the room, go up a little bit. Let's hold down the shift, D, still outside the room. Okay, I guess we did move to this one here. Let's hold down space, and I'm just holding down the left mouse button and moving, D, and we're over here in the corner. Let's hold down the spacebar and roll our mouse, just moving our mouse. D, hold down the shift bar. Let's get a little bit of different stuff here. D, and let's move around a little bit and look down. Let's hold the spacebar and D, and D, D. Let's go to Shift D. So it looks like we're progressing from one to 6 as we go. And yeah, the simulator is moving us. It's not moving us quite the way we want it to at times, but it is. Okay, there we go. We went to the middle one. Pretty close to that one. Still hold. I'm just going to hold down the same key. I'm using my left, so I'm holding down Shift. Yeah, I need to come back in the room a little bit. Let's go back and try this one. Yeah, so we're moving around from 1 to 5, and pretty much it's moving pretty well. So we probably want to put those simulators in the middle of the room. So the next time we do it, what we want to do is we want to play it. And let's get our simulators like in the middle of the room. Yeah, like right about there. And then when we transport, yeah, then I think we're going to stay in the room then. Yeah, not quite. So you're going to have to do a little experimentation with why we're quite still going outside the room. But we're staying in it pretty good. Anyway, give this a try. If you've lost your controllers, you may have to go back to the original Create with VR scene and get them again. For some reason, sometimes some of the things we do, it sort of wipes them out. That means you go back to your projects, assets, and scenes, and click on this first one. Let me save what I just did. And then you just click here, and you bring your simulator in. And that way, if you bring your simulator in, you should be able to see if your controllers are there. Just use the original plane and use a controller inside there, and just see if you can roll it out. See if everything works. And then just rebuild the room again. It'll only take you a couple of minutes to bring the room again. So it'll work because I don't see my simulator here, but it's in. Anyway, so give that a try, and let me know if you have any problems. I'll put a video in showing the headset, so you can at least take a look at what it would look like if you put a headset on, so you can get an idea of the difference. I'll sort of play the game and maybe use a cell phone to see if I can capture the screen so that you can see what happens when we have the headset on when you step inside your room. Keep saving scenes. Remember, save your project too.